This is my 2007 BMW R1200 GS.
And over the last month, I have resurrected this bike and have been upgrading it on a budget. And this episode, we're going to be starting a 7,000 mile road trip. If you're new to this series, check out part 1 here.
Alright guys, this is it. I've been planning this for like a year, and I have been very actively working on it for the last 6-7 months. From finding this cheap bike, to rebuilding this bike, to upgrading this bike, trying to figure out what I need, what I don't need, to making more money and trying to figure out, you know, whatever it takes to make this happen. And this is it. This is day 1. And it feels a little unreal. I'm leaving a lot later than I'd really like to, but I just, I forget this, I need to do this, and I stayed up late editing that video from what will be for you guys last week. And so, you know, it's just not optimal time to leave, but I also picked the coolest day of this week, which is still 105 degrees. So yeah, cool for me, because I've been riding in 115 every single day. So big difference. I don't like highways. I don't want to take the highway, but I want to get out of this heat. So we're just gonna break my rule here, where I don't want to ride highways, and we're just gonna get out of this heat, you know, make it to first to Slab City, then go to San Diego, and from there, way easier, life will be better, only back roads, no freeways. I want to see the streets, I want to see the people, I want to see anything I can see that I can't see if I'm going fast on the freeway and focusing on not getting killed. I appreciate every single one of you that's joined in for this journey. I didn't expect to have you guys here, and it makes things even better and even cooler for me. So I really do appreciate you. Love all your guys' comments. I'm trying my best to respond, but now you guys have a lot of them, so it takes me a minute. So just, you know, eventually I will probably respond to your comments. Just give me some time here. Well, I can't really say much else. I'm hot. I'm in better gear, but still 105. So we're just gonna hit this highway. Let me explain this trip a little bit, and I will meet you when we stop.
So the whole point of this trip at its core is to escape the heat. I've lived in Phoenix for 5 years now and can't stand the summer, as I like to do things outdoors, drive old cars, and ride motorcycles. I have also wanted to take a solo motorcycle trip for years now, so that's what you're witnessing here. After about 2 hours, I took my first stop at a gas station. I was going to take some drone footage, but the drone didn't exactly agree with me, and I had to recover it.
First stop was super easy. Riding the bike was not that bad. I just don't like highways. Retrieving the drone was the worst part of it, this entire part, and I'm sweatier from getting that than I am riding. We have about 2 hours, and then we will be in Slab City, and we're gonna see what happens there. Also, no more drone until I go to a Best Buy. So sorry about that, guys.
So to get to Slab City is about 250 miles for me, and we stopped about halfway at that gas station where we lost the drone, which really sucks, but I'll figure it out.
This is the kind of riding that I came for. I wanted to go out somewhere in the middle of nowhere. These old roads, I mean, people used to travel on these before there was freeways, and I picture someone riding in the 60s in a car from the 40s, just on these long narrow straights, and it's just so much more beautiful than the freeways here. So I'm excited to get this riding done.
As I continued down these remote roads, I had no idea that I would shortly reach the glamorous sand dunes. The reality of this trip really wasn't setting in just yet. It all felt so unreal, and it had been years since I did a big trip on a bike. I was enjoying every single moment of it though. Once I started to reach the outskirts of Slab City, it was almost like seeing modern day ruins. It had me worried a bit from all the negative videos I had seen online. And for anyone who doesn't know, Slab City is supposed to be the last free place in America with no laws. I was really prepared for the worst and finally reached Salvation Mountain. Salvation Mountain was built by Leonard Knight over 28 years using tires, hay bales, adobe, trash, and whatever else he could find. There's truly something magical about it, and I was happy that I finally got to visit it.
What do you think? Should I camp here? Is it safe?
It's safe, but tomorrow's probably pretty miserable. Those are the worst things out there.
Horse flies?
Yeah.
The more I learned about this place firsthand, it really didn't seem as bad as everyone said. It really wasn't that much different from anywhere else. The main principle being don't mess with other people's stuff and you won't get messed with. I continued onward into Slab City itself with a much better energy than before. I soon found out how empty it really becomes in the summer, but I was pretty excited to check out the library regardless. I was honestly really impressed. It was a really amazing place to be, and I had heard all these rumors that this place was filled with sex offenders, but it seemed that the locals were against it. I ended up finding a good book and continued on. There was an internet cafe that I wanted to visit, but no one ended up being there. So I decided to continue the journey and that I need to come back to this place in the winter to get the full experience. When you visit Slab City, it's pretty much essential to visit Bombay Beach as well. But on the way there, I saw this building full of graffiti and had to stop. I've always seen graffiti as modern day hieroglyphs and really enjoy trying to trace the meaning or mindset behind some of this art. After a short journey, we made it to Bombay Beach.
This place is super cool. And it doesn't smell as bad as everyone's been saying. The only mistake I made so far on this journey is not allocating enough time to do this and Slab City. Slab City is worth coming back to though, just because it was so dead, because no one really is there in the summer. I don't have much time to stay here because I still need to ride into a town, get supplies, and then still find a camping spot. But I'm gonna go take some nice videos of random stuff around here. So bear with me.
I'm just playing with them now, yeah.
I had to walk through dookie sand to get over there. My boots are gonna smell nasty now.
Alright, so I was planning on ending up in Borrego Springs to find some dispersed camping, and that easily adds another 100 miles. The sun was starting to set, and I was a little worried about finding somewhere to sleep in time, but I ended up finding a cool spot about 20 minutes north of the town, and I headed that way.
Yeah, we're not doing a cooking video. I rode for 8 hours. I ain't got the energy for that. We're having a boy dinner tonight.
This is usually where I end the videos, but this time's a little different.
Guys, it's 10 o'clock at night. I can't. I'm gonna be honest. I'm all about budget, but there's a level of comfort that it's worth spending a little bit of money on, and I cannot sleep. I'm soaking wet in sweat in this tent, and at this point I just this is the only night it's gonna be this bad. It's still 90 something degrees outside,
and I just can't. Like, I'm not trying to prove anything here. I'm not trying to say, oh, I can do this. Like, I'm trying to enjoy myself. I'm gonna pack up. It's not worth it to me. Like, I was sweating all day. I already soaked one shirt full of sweat, and now I'm trying to sleep, and I'm soaking another shirt full of sweat, and it's just like not worth it to me. The heat is something else. That's my number one enemy. I'm giving up on this campsite, even though it's super cool, great location, love the views. This is definitely a winter camping spot for sure, not a summer one. All right, well, I'll meet you guys at the hotel. All right, so after getting to this hotel, we will add another 50 miles and another hour of travel time. At first, I was a bit annoyed, but I ended up having to go on to some amazing roads that really made up for it. Anyways, guys, I really appreciate you watching day one of this road trip, and I hope that I will see you at the next one.